Values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Poked away by Bishop. Bishop takes off. Here comes the money. Up and in. Taylor. Well, here's Bishop once again. Little scoop and score. Back-to-back steals and scoop and scores.
Mieta, catch and shoot. Yes, nylon. First field goal of the night for Jace Mieta.
Chavez, coast to coast, takes it himself. Blocked at the rim.
I tell you, went against those trees and
Changing threes. Bramlett swings at left wing. Cooper, he'll take a triple and rattle it in.
well, I'll tell you what, Wequeba heating it up right now.
And the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Super Bowl 60 is set. Two teams that got there, certainly in different ways. Patriots, Seahawks, right here on the Sports Animal. 2 weeks from yesterday to settle the championship of the National Football League. Drake May, Sam Darnold, Mike Vrabel, Mike McDonald. It is the Seahawks. It is the Patriots. And we're going to talk about how they got there. It is the Lobos who are in second place in the Mountain West Conference after greeting Steve Alford and Craig Neal with a little bit of nostalgia and an old-fashioned feel in the pit. Kind of. And a big weekend to talk about as we welcome you into the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sport Animal, thank you for finding us on a Monday morning. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, how you living?
What'd it do?
That was a trip to snowy Colorado.
Not that snowy.
And you got to win it. Ladies,
we got out before that stuff hit.
That's good because it sure as hell hit yesterday afternoon. And I think it would have behooved a lot of people, maybe the Broncos, if it held off for another hour or so, but it did not. Ladies were winners. They broke their three-game losing streak. Global men beat Nevada 80-73, but the big story, of course, Rams lose in Seattle 31-27. Seahawks. Patriots beat the Broncos 10-7. So your Super Bowl is set, and it will be the Broncos and it will be the Patriots. Where do you want to start? Because both stories are interesting. Seahawks open up as a 4.5-point favorite over New England in the Super Bowl. Do you want to start at the more entertaining game to watch, which I mean, I think was the later game, don't you?
It was the more exciting game, that's for sure.
I mean,
it was a one-score game in Denver, but that second half, you're just like, waiting is who's going to make the big mistake.
Well, it was Stiddy, and Stiddy made the mistake of the game. But we can start with the Broncos. But, I know how so many people feel around here. And Bronco fan, you're welcome to get in today. 505-246-0610. Let's go. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimal82.com and JJ at sportsanimal82.com. So Jared Stidham goes deep, and he hits Cortland Sutton it was Marvin Mims for the long touchdown, and then Cortland Sutton, or the long play, and then Cortland Sutton for the touchdown. And everybody said, "Oh, that's that Stiddy." Everybody told me about, "Oh, he's great." See, everybody said he was great. Everybody said he was great. The biggest play of the game, and the differentiating moment in that game wasn't the missed field goals, because they both missed field goals, and the weather was brutal. And yeah, it would have been nice to have that field goal at the end. It sure would have been nice to have that field goal when Sean Payton went for it on fourth down in the first half. But the differentiating play in the game was when Jared Stidham was under pressure in the first half, panicked, didn't throw the ball away, tried to throw the ball away, tried to push it, and it went backwards, and it gave the Patriots a 6-yard field for their only touchdown of the game. To me, that's the difference, period. As good as you want to tell me Jared Stidham is in practice, runs the scout team, dude hadn't played. Dude panicked, I think, in a key time, and that was ball game.
It was very reminiscent of C.J. Stroud the week before.
Except for C.J. Stroud plays every week.
Gifting, the Patriots, and easy turnover. Just eat it. Take the sack.
Yeah. Yep.
It was one. The play was blown up early. No idea where the running back was going. There was a giant miscommunication there. The running back was running backwards. Yep. There's a lot of ways to break it down, but he panicked, and you just sometimes need to eat it. And the push pass was so bad, because if at least you have a throwing motion, you can probably talk yourself into, it was
doesn't matter if it goes backwards
pass,
anyway.
This or that.
The ball went backwards.
It was just awful.
Yeah.
Awful. You look at it and say, yeah, that's a dude that hasn't played quarterback this year. What do you expect?
And that wasn't the weather. The weather hit later, and they, both teams couldn't move the football, and neither team could kick the football, and it was bad. And then you go back to, it was a 3-point game, and nobody moved the football in a game where, and Tony Romo said it in the moment, I'd have taken the points. The Broncos were leading 7-0. Sean Payton passes on a field goal once Jared Stidham throw, trying to get the first down. He said that he thought they had the momentum to get it 14-0. He felt like he had a good call. Let's be aggressive. Watch the way his defense was playing. You know what? His defense played well enough to win. He's right. The points were going to be precious. And look, nobody knew it was going to be the blizzard by the maybe they did. I don't know what the weather report was, but I don't think anybody knew it was going to turn as drastically as it did, and that points were going to be impossible to come by. But hindsight, retrospect is really, really nice vision. It's 2020. But in the moment, did you feel they should have taken that field goal?
Yes. This was a different conversation than the one we were having last week with the Bears. And I know that there are people that say take the points there too, but if you're Chicago, you're Ben Johnson. That's the identity you've built all season. That's your starting quarterback. It's Caleb Williams. It's your offense. This was a different read. This is a backup quarterback in position to go up 2 scores with the way that your defense was playing. This is a take the point situation.
Do you feel, and we'll get into the Rams game later, do you feel the same way about the Rams when they went for it on 4th and 4 on their, with 4 minutes to go in their game when they were down to 6-yard line? Because I know a lot of people, you would have taken the points there
not
too?
There.
I don't either. I listened to a lot of people screaming, you've got to take the points. Hell, dude, you gave him a 94-yard field, you couldn't stop him anyway. So, we'll get there. That one doesn't bother me as much as it bothers a lot of people. They're screaming that Sean McVay's an idiot.
No, not all situations are created equal.
100%.
There's a way to dissect it. This one for me, I know last week spent a lot of time talking about the Bears, and I was thinking about that yesterday, and I'm like, well, this is Jared Stidham. This is a game that you're going to have to win with your defense. You were still expecting some back and forth when it's Caleb Williams versus Matthew Stafford. This was go up 2 scores early, see what happens with your defense in the field position game that you're playing. I didn't like the play call anyway. I thought there was a a lot of plays. The game was awful in terms of field conditions the second half. I don't think Sean Payton called a good game at all. Like, the last thing I want is Jarrett Stidham against that pass rush, scrambling on a bootleg to the short side of the field.
But
I don't like that at all.
He said going into it, we're going to be aggressive. That, oh, I love him. You just watch. You just watch Stiddy. You just watch.
Yeah, be aggressive. I didn't like the bootleg and the fourth down call, especially with the fact that he was calling run plays early in that game up the middle. If anything, I liked what Drake May did in the second half, where you have him have the decision, hey, they're playing man-to-man, things open up, then you run. I like those options as opposed to that bootleg to the short side of the field that the Patriots front seven ate up. And again, it's your backup quarterback. You want to go in there with the mindset, be aggressive, understand it. You have to eat it after the fact. But to me, that one was an entirely different situation with your backup quarterback in the game. Go up 2 scores there, and then see what happens.
Yeah. So we agree that you probably should have taken the place there. And then who knows? I mean, everybody's telling me, well, and see what happened, and then look, everything plays out differently.
You cannot anticipate those conditions.
No,
even if you think, oh, snow's going to come in,
but you can anticipate that you're playing with your backup quarterback and that points are going to be at a premium. You absolutely can. Now, I guess in that moment, I'm like, well, I mean, damn, dude, we're moving the ball pretty well. Stiddy, the first drive didn't do anything, but oh, my guy's Stiddy. And Stiddy moved us down the field, and look, you see what he did? I mean, he found a way, and then he got us back down here again. I mean, maybe at that point you're thinking, you know what? Here's that guy that I've been telling everybody to watch. I mean, he's moving the damn ball, right? It's got to be your mindset. It has to be. Like the first series, all right, we went 3 and out. Next one, we hit a big one. He hits on the touchdown pass. Great play call for a nice design. They roll beautiful. Now he's got us down here again. Damn, we're going to do this all day. Right? It's got to be your mindset.
yes, and if you have that mindset, then you have to stay true to that. That's what I will always say about these coaches is if it's something you do, it's something you believe in, you've had that conversation, you do it. But this case, to me, it was different with a backup quarterback in the game making his first start, where you didn't have the Patriots having those moments yet in that game offensively. Go up 10, put your defense back out there, put a little bit of pressure on him. But I think if you're Sean Payton, too, that you're sitting there at that point in time and looking at the other side of the field, and the fact that Drake May is the only player that's top 5 MVP, offensive player of the year, and even with your defense, you say, hey, I don't think 10 points is going to do it. And that's why you make that decision.
Yep. All right, Bronco fan, let's go. That one stings. It wouldn't. You're right there. You probably feel, and probably like Ram fans do, you probably feel like you were the better team. You probably do. And yet, there they are. Do you think Bronco fan? I mean, as a Bronco fan, you feel like you're a better team than they are?
No.
You don't?
Not with the backup quarterback
Not
out there.
with a backup quarterback. No.
It was a game where you had to have so many things go your way, and it almost did.
Yeah, damn near did.
I think I'm not one that looks at it and goes, man, the weather, you could have beat them. I think the only reason they stayed in that game was the weather in the second half.
Do you really?
Yes.
Because they weren't going to move the ball at all. You just felt they weren't going to be able to move against that.
I think there would have been 1 or 2 more series where the Patriots were able to get down the field.
All right. Let's go. I want to hear you. Ram fan, I want to hear from you as well, because you got to walk away from that game feeling like you were the better team. When we come back, I want to get into that game. JC, what did I tell you? Do we sit here Friday? I said I think the Ram offense is a little better. I think the Seahawks defense is a little better. What did I tell you I thought was going to be the difference?
Special teams. Special teams.
The special teams the difference? Was a muffed punt that set up a one-play Cooper Kupp drive for a touchdown. Was that the difference? Sure as hell might have been. 505-246-0610. Eric Owen's going to be with us coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll talk to the Level men's basketball coach coming off of that big victory against Nevada, 80-73, in front of a pretty nice crowd of 14,639 on retro night at University Arena, beating some retro coaches. And now you are in second place with a big week in front of you. I mean, a really, really big week coming up. So we'll get there. We'll talk with Eric Olin coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. When we come back, we're going to get into the Rams and Seahawks. The Seahawks are the champions of the National Football Conference. They will represent the NFC in Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara coming up in one day less than 2 weeks. Want to hear from you, Ram fan. 505-246-0610. All right, Valentine's Day. I know, fellas, it's like your favorite thing, right? We just got through Christmas, and hey, here comes Valentine's Day. It's coming up quickly, just a little over 2 weeks away. Last minute gift panic. Maybe I don't know if it's last minute yet, but may I suggest John Thomas Jewelers as the place that will save you from bad gift buying, last minute gifts, early gifts, however you how you look at this time. John Thomas Jewelers is going to make sure that it's easy for you to look thoughtful and prepared. And listen to me, when you spend $950 or more at John Thomas Jewelers, you will receive free a 1-carat lab-grown diamond pendant necklace with a chain. The pendant is valued at $950. The pendant is absolutely free. There is no catch. So if you buy $950 diamond studs, you get the pendant for free. If you buy a $950 bracelet, you get the pendant for free. It works with almost any $950 purchase. All right? So you buy one beautiful piece, and you get a second diamond necklace at no additional cost. It's good while supplies last at John Thomas Jewelers, and this will end on Valentine's Day, which, of course, is April 14th. So don't wait till the last minute. Take care of it now. You got enough stress in your life. You know Valentine's Day is coming. I don't care what she says. Well, it's not that big of a deal. It's not. It really, you know it is. Get yourself over to John Thomas Jewelers. The third floor showroom on the third floor of the Lewis University building. They're on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, right across the street from the Coronado Center, directly to the east. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Valentine's Day, you can win it, not just survive it.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more.
Animal, your home for the National Football League and, of course, Super Bowl 60, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Rams did not get there. It'll be Seattle. It'll be New England. Your NFL coverage is brought to you by Hyenas Comedy Nightclub, now open in Albuquerque, featuring Joey Medina, Christina Mariani, Jeff Dye, and Will Burkhart. Get your tickets before they sell out. They're in the Winrock Town Center. All your information is at hyeinascomedynightclub.com/Albuquerque. All right. The Rams game, like both these games, when you lose by one possession and you're a fan of the team who does not win, you can always walk away and you can feel a certain way. And you can feel like, well, gosh, if. I'm going to tell you a couple things on the Rams game where I came out on this. And JJ, I know I just said this, but I told you last Friday, to me, I thought the Rams' offense was a little better than Seattle's, not significantly. I thought Seattle's defense was better than the Rams, although not significantly, although that might not be true. And I thought the big edge is going to be Seattle on special teams, and it was. The muff punt by Xavier Smith was deadly. I look at it, everybody, somebody just said to me, the Rams should have kicked that field goal with 4 minutes to go. I'm not as mad about that as it seems the world is. Because, yeah, they had 3 timeouts. It would have made it 31-30. The Rams gave them the ball at the 6-yard line, so they were 94 yards away. And, JJ, they didn't stop them. And they still had the 3 timeouts. I mean, they stopped them with 25 seconds to go. Well, is it different when you get the ball with 25 seconds as opposed to with, needing only a field goal? I don't know, man. You were at the 4-yard line. That one doesn't bother me as much. I got Matthew Stafford. I think my defense is going to make a stop. That one doesn't kill me as much as other people are. Like, somehow they're going to win the game if they were only down 1, and they got the ball back with 25 seconds in their timeouts. That one does. I didn't love the play call now. I wish when it was first down and goal at the 6, they'd have run the ball once or twice. And I know they love Devontae Adams down there, but there were a couple of things in there that look back and damn. Let me give you this though, and I like Sam Darnold a lot. I really do. And there's my team would be is the Rams. I grew up a Rams. I'm really happy with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was 25 of 36 for 346 yards. He threw for 3 touchdowns. They trusted him to throw the ball with the game on the line. They trusted him. He made good decisions all day, didn't put the ball in harm's way, held onto the football. He found, and look, the 2 stud receivers in this game, and I will argue with you right now, you give me all the Jamar Chases and CeeDee Lambs you want. I think the 2 guys you watched yesterday are the 2 best receivers in today's NFL. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Puka Nacua. And you can give me all the Jamar Chases and CeeDee Lambs and whoever you want. But you know what? Sam Darnold's arrived. And good for Sam Darnold. And he stays humble. And he's the aw shucks. I was uncomfortable when Michael Strahan on the stage asked him, everybody doubted you, and you could see him just going, will you stop with that, man? But I don't know. That's my surface thoughts on this game.
Sam Darnold, what he's done the last 2 years is incredible. To step in Minnesota, win a ton of games in the way you wanted. The last 2 games weren't great. But then you come back out, and everyone was doubting Sam Darnold the entire season. He does it again in the regular season, steps up in the postseason. Yesterday has the best game of his career on the biggest stage, and the ghosts are gone. Like, there's no more doubting Sam Darnold.
I don't know, man. Here comes New England. That's who we saw the ghosts against.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to change anything to believe you can win with Sam Darnold. If he goes out there, throws a couple picks, loses a tough one in the Super Bowl, that's not all of a sudden, oh, here we are, that's a Sam Darnold. No, you got a team to a Super Bowl. That's back-to-back years with 2 different franchises. You've won double-digit games. We scoff at winning way too much in sports, because if you don't win the biggest one, then everything else is meaningless. I understand that, but for Sam Darnold to do it with 2 different franchises in his career, to take a giant step forward last year and then to get even further this year, it shows that there's not one size that fits all. It shows you don't have to tank and draft number 1 overall, because Seattle didn't tank. Seattle rebuilt this franchise around being competitive enough, made the decision to move on from Geno Smith, who had a good year with Seattle, and trusted Sam Darnold when no one else did. Even after the amount of games he won with Minnesota, they're still like, yeah, we're going to go younger. We're going to go with someone else. And for Sam Darnold to have that performance, where you look at Matthew Stafford, he didn't do anything wrong either.
Nope.
And he was able to duel the MVP and match him in the NFC Championship game. Unbelievable.
You know, Sam Darnold didn't get him in the end zone on that last drive, and I will argue he did everything he needs. Colby Parkinson needs to catch the ball.
But I'm saying Stafford, yeah, that.
What did I say?
Well,
yeah.
I mean Stafford, like, not finishing that drive, but you look at overall, he didn't turn it over.
No.
Threw for 374 yards. Like,
no, he put the ball in Colby Parkinson's hand, and Colby Parkinson's been great. Catch the football. Catch the football, you might be in the end zone. We have a totally different story. Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Let's go. Bruin James, good morning. You are in SoCal. How you living?
I'm about back. We're back, but on the freeway going to work. Hey, okay. Seattle and Patriots for a Super Bowl.
Yep.
The thing that makes me mad, it's going to be on NBC, man. You got the worst announcer in the world, Chris Collinsworth. At least the other ones, you have Tom Brady, knows what he's talking about. You got Troy Aikman, knows what he's talking about. And then you got Tony Romo, knows what he's talking about. Chris Collinsworth doesn't know what he don't know. He don't know nothing. Tony Romo can tell you the play they're gonna run, and they run it. Troy Aikman do the same thing. Tom Brady, same thing. Chris Collinsworth, all he knows how to lose Super Bowls. That's all he knows how to do. And anyway, I feel pretty bad. Wish the Rams would have won. I'm a Raiders fan, but I know you're a Rams fan the way you're talking. So.
Yeah. No, it's a bummer. All right. Well, you can always turn on the Sports Animal and listen to the radio. Is it going to be Kevin Harlan? Probably. Why does everybody hate on Chris Collinsworth? Do you think he's that bad?
I don't think he's that bad, but announcers are not liked by sports fans.
People used to like Romo, but they don't like him now.
No.
But they're liking Brady now. Are the people warming up to Brady?
But if you are a prominent announcer, you're not liked. That's just the way it is.
Is that right? All right.
Yes.
No, look, I'm not
on that stage.
Look, you and
no one likes people like
you and I aren't prominent, and I got plenty of people. I should say I got the one dude who rips me all the time. Doesn't matter. Everybody's better than you are. Everybody can be better. Yeah, I got that. All right, let's go. 505-246-0610. Want your thoughts on the matchup? Want your thoughts on the games yesterday? Broncos get beat 10-7. Bronco fan, I know you're everywhere. Let's go. Where do you go from here? Is it just one of those, well, damn it, we played without our starting quarterback. We're going to be fine. Got a lot farther than we thought, but, had to play with a backup quarterback in a damn blizzard. Or is it different? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And Ram fan, Seahawk fan, Patriot fan, you're all back in the Super Bowl. Football. How'd you like that yesterday? 505-246-0610. Tell us how you feeling. Not just about a bad night's sleep, but are you tired all the time? Are you gaining weight, losing muscle, maybe struggling to focus? You just don't feel like you, not the way you want to feel anyway. I got some help for you, and it's local, and it's the team at Vita Vital Medical. They're Albuquerque's experts specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED solutions, and peptide therapy. All of these help you feel better. It will restore your strength, your energy, your confidence, your performance. Here's the deal with Vita Vital Medical. They are local, and they know what works. It is proven to work. They help you get back in the game with a program that is focused on you. Now, there's not this one-stop shop where you just one size fits all kind of thing. That's not what they do here. They listen to you. You go in, you have a conversation. You talk to them about what's going on with you. How do you feel? How long have you felt that way? What's going on with your body? What do you want to be? What do you want your goals to be? And then they create a plan that is tailored specifically for you, and you feel better. Don't sit on the sidelines any longer. Take action today and feel better now. 505-240-8559. That's the number. 505-240-8559. You can visit VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David, A. V-I-T as in Thomas, A-L. VitaVitalMedical.com. Get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health experts.
This report...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations.
It's just not the headline on Monday. Relax, Jeffrey. Let's not forget, Jeffrey said. The Steelers hired Mike McCarthy over the weekend. Made me vomit in my mouth a little bit, and the commitment to mediocrity continues. Oh no, it's on the run.
Woo! I can't wait to have that conversation.
Yeah, I promise you it's there.
Mike McCarthy and John Harbaugh are the same person, yet everyone hates Mike McCarthy.
Look, man, Mike McCarthy's the same as a lot of people. I mean, we had the conversation about him as Sean Payton when Sean Payton got the job, right? What have they done different?
People just look at Mike McCarthy and just go,
I told you, man, this is an aesthetics thing. It's a flat-out aesthetics thing with him. He's kind of a chubby, not a big, great personality, Caucasian, chubby, mid, you know.
I dropped just some stats in the group chat over the weekend about McCarthy and Harbaugh and stuff. And people are like, oh, I didn't know that. They're the same person.
Except for
people hate Mike McCarthy.
They look different and they have different personalities. Look, man, if you don't think aesthetics and image matters, this is your absolute illustration. This is Mike McCarthy's a pretty good coach. I know people hate it. It's like, all right.
Mike McCarthy, John Harbaugh, both have 18 NFL seasons. Yeah. McCarthy 174 wins, Harbaugh 180. McCarthy's playoff record 11-11. Harbaugh's 13-11. They both have 11-10 win seasons. Both have 1 Super Bowl victory. But yet this is oh my gosh, what a disaster!
Well, and they both had generational quarterbacks and won once.
And yet Harbaugh gets signed, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, can't believe it. Yeah. Savior of the New York Giants. The same person.
505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Channel. Hello, Edward.
You know, sometimes you wake up in the morning, and even though we have snow, the sun shines a little brighter, and the birds are chirping, and there's a newness in the air.
I guess I asked for Patriot fan.
Hey, I got a quick story for you. So my son was visiting, and we're at a sports establishment, and there's a guy sitting at the table adjacent to us, and he looked just like Mike McCarthy. My son says, "Dad, that guy looks like Mike McCarthy." So I told him, "Hey, man, I didn't realize Mark McCarthy was going to be here." And he says, "I get that all the time." I wish I had taken a photo with him, man, because he looked just like him. And we kind of had a good laugh about that. But you're right. McCarthy, Tomlin, Harbaugh, Sean Payton, they're all the same. Great coaches, right? They're all one-time Super Bowl winners.
Good coaches.
And just really good coaches. And people forget, but remember Marty Schottenheimer couldn't get over the hump? People called Andy Reid the next version of Marty Schottenheimer until he went to the AFC, and then they drafted Mahomes, and all of a sudden he's an amazing coach.
it's a great point until he got Patrick Mahomes, and I guess the knock on is, well, those guys had Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers. They only got one, and Reid got, so they're not Andy Reid, which is fine, by the way. Not everybody's going to be one of the elite guys, and they can be really good coaches and not be elite. And I think Harbaugh's a good coach. I think Mike McCarthy's a good coach. I don't think this is as horrible for Steeler fan as Steeler fan was. It's not sexy. Mike McCarthy isn't sexy. But I mean, why? Because he didn't want the Cowboys? Who did? Who has in the last 3 decades?
Nobody. And I'm going to invoke yours and JJ's, one of my favorite sayings. More than one thing can be true.
Truth.
They can be really good coaches, but there's a reason why there's tiers to greatness. And, hey, so I want to share this briefly. Just over a year ago, probably, before the season last year, when the Patriots hired Gerard Mayo, I got on this station and I said they should fire Mayo the minute he got the job. Once he mocked up the podium, they should have fired him then. He was uniquely unqualified to run the organization. And as a Patriots fan since 1978, I was actively rooting against my team last year to lose. And we were one loss away, not we, they, the New England Patriots, were one loss away from having the number 1 pick in the draft. And then that moronic coach that should have fired actually wins their last game and they get the number 4 pick. Anyway, to go from potentially having the number 1 pick and 2 back-to-back 4-win seasons to go into the Super Bowl is an amazing feat. And it just culture, coaching. Look at Sam Darnold, and I'm a big fan of Sam Darnold as well. In perpetual chaos from organization to organization until he gets to Sean McVay, and McVay invokes confidence in him. And now look at him, back-to-back 14-win seasons, and they're favored in the Super Bowl. But I'm going to proclaim this today, guys, 26 January 2026. The Seattle Seahawks opened up as a 4.5-point favorite. The line's moved to 3.5. The New England Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. They're going to win the Super Bowl. They're going to stop the run. Guys aren't going to be running wide open downfield like yesterday, and they're going to find a way to scratch out some offense. And it's going to piss off a lot of people, but they're going to win the Super Bowl. Quickly on Stafford, I think Stafford had an opportunity yesterday. I don't know if he's a first ballot Hall of Fame guy, but I believe he is definitely a Hall of Fame player for sure. Had he won a second Super Bowl, and there's still more of his story to be told, I think he could have catapulted himself up in the all-time tier list. As of now, he's probably somewhere between 12 and 15. I have him right behind Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner was a 2-time NFL MVP, 1-time champion. He took 2 organizations to the Super Bowl, and he played in 3 of them. So that's kind of the tier where he's playing, but he played an amazing game yesterday. All credit to him, like he delivered. He didn't drop a punt, right? His defense didn't let him down.
The pass was right in his hands. In fact, he put the damn ball in his hands. He made great
plays.
It was
an amazing game. So no shame there. And they could have very easily been Super Bowl champions this year. So, hey, and Denver, I know that they take pride. They have a great fan base. They love their weather. They love, the stadium gets crazy. But they felt like maybe in some ways weather was an advantage. But the New England Patriots were born in the cold weather. So it's a crazy game. Could have gone either way. Great season by the Denver Broncos. Have a great day, guys.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of that. I'm not sure. I'm on Seattle. I think Seattle is better than New England right now. Although, these two teams, you could see it. These two teams had momentum all year. I'm not mad at this Super Bowl. I'm not. I mean, as you pull for a team. I'm big on the Drake May story. I'm huge on the Sam Darnold. Huge on it. And I don't know why. I kind of do know why I like him so much. He's an SC guy, but I like a guy who never placed blame on anybody, even though he could have. I like a guy who fought back from being absolutely discarded and took all the crap that goes with being a top 5 pick. Where was he drafted? 3rd overall or whatever it was by the Jets, and labeled a bust, and gets a second chance and a 3rd chance. And even though he does really well in his 3rd chance, he's thrown to the street and gets a 4th chance and takes that team to the Super Bowl. And you can say, well, Jeff, did he take them? Yeah, go look at his numbers again yesterday. 350 what yards? 346 and 3. And yeah, Walker was great, but they only ran the ball for 75 yards. He was really good in the first half. Sam Darnold was terrific. Was he terrific all season? He was fine all season. I love a story of a guy who stays humble. And what do I always tell you about people who are good? People who are really good don't have to tell me how good they are. They show you, right? People who are smart don't have to tell you how smart they are. They show you. And I don't know. That's kind of there's a soft spot for me for the Sam Darnold story.
It's a phenomenal story. Yes, he is a high draft pick, but when you get to your second, third opportunity, you're usually not stepping into a starting role where you can have that type of impact. Usually waiting on someone else, or an injury, or your bridge guy that eventually will get benched for the rookie, and for him to put up back-to-back seasons where he's winning double-digit games, having his teams in position the last 2 years to win division titles, do that this year, what he was able to do in the playoffs, get rid of those ghosts. The ghosts are gone. Even if he throws interceptions in the Super Bowl, what Sam Darnold has done has shown you, believe this dude. And I like this story, too, about building a franchise. Yes, the majority of these guys, even Sam Darnold, I get it, is a top 10 pick at the quarterback position, but not a top 10 pick with Seattle. Like, it doesn't always have to be about, hey, my team has to suck so we can get the number 1 overall pick. You can build winners different ways in the NFL if you know how to put a roster together.
All right, we'll get into that more. I want your thoughts. Super Bowl is set, 505-246-0610. Mike Tomlin's the coach of the Steelers. You can get into Louisville basketball if you want as well. If you were out at the pit on Retro Night, I thought they did a wonderful job with Retro Night. And a big win, 80-73, and a big week coming up. And Eric Olin, the Louisville basketball coach, men's basketball coach, going to be with us coming up at 9 o'clock on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 650 Sports Center.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load.
And whether it's maintenance, whether it's cleanup, or you want a full yard transformation, there is no one better than LaBarge Landscape. Had them out to my house 4 or 5 months ago. Still love what they do. Yeah, it's covered in snow today. Still got some snow. But I spent a lot of time in the yards now. They took out some trees, cleaned up the shrubs. My grass was dying. They made that come back to life, fixed my irrigation system, cleaned up the whole front yard, took out some trees that weren't supposed to be there. I love it. I love what they did, and they'll do it for you as well. If you know what you want, a landscape transformation or just a cleanup, have LaBarge Landscape do it for you. They'll come out and take care of it, and you will love the landscape transformation and give yourself these new yards. If you don't know what you want, you just know you want something different. Let them bring their design team out to you. Look at your space. Drop a bunch of designs until you find exactly what it is you and your family have been dreaming about. You're going to get years of enjoyment from this landscape redo. You are going to love it just like I do. And remember this, the people who enjoy a new landscape in the spring, those are the people who call LaBarge Landscape now. Don't wait until the spring, because then you get on some list and you miss half of next spring before your project is done. You just need to clean up. Fall leaves are down. You still need those pulled up, or the shrubs need to be pruned. LaBarge Landscape does that as well. I love them. I could be more happy that I called them, and I know you'll feel the same way. LaBargeLandscape.org, .net, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net. Go look at their gallery, see what they do, and then call them at 505-345-3000, 505-345-3000, whether your project is small or large. The answer's easy. It's LaBarge Landscape. All right, the Seahawks and Rams game is interesting for so many reasons. JJ, the winning touchdown was caught by who? What ended up being the winning touchdown? Cooper Kupp. Last year, when Sam Darnold was with the Vikings, they won 14 games. Came down to the last game of the regular season. They lose to the Lions, so they have to go in the wild card. Have to go on the road. They played the Rams in Arizona. That was when the fires were going. And the Rams had to play their home game in Arizona. And to whom did Sam Darnold's season end when he got sacked 9 times? It was the Rams. And he come back and exercise so many demons. Again, I'm not like here to just completely blow the horn for Sam Darnold, but I am going to blow the horn for Sam Darnold a little bit, because when a guy puts up the numbers that he did in a game that is that big, not just for his franchise, but for his absolute career. I think now when you think of Sam Darnold, you don't think about the Jets. You don't think about what could have been. You think of a guy who threw for 346 and 3 touchdowns, didn't turn the ball over in an NFC Championship game, and has his team to the Super Bowl.
You have to think that way now. The ghosts are gone. Even if he goes out there, throws an interception or 2 in the Super Bowl, this is a player that's shown you in back-to-back years with 2 different franchises, you can win, and you can win at a high level. He's in the Super Bowl. This is all everyone screams about, is getting to this point. Yes, you got to win it to go to a different level, but these are the games everyone talks about. These are the games that if you don't get to, or if you're not able to find a way to win, that's why they want a new quarterback. That's why they want to fire the head coach, and Sam Darnold did.
I don't know if he outplayed Matt Stafford. I mean, they won, so he did, right? Because that's how it's drawn. Matthew Stafford threw for 374, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Darnold 346, 3 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford threw some darts. The pass to Parkinson that gets dropped is huge, but he didn't complete the 4th down play. I hated the play calling, by the way, by the Rams when I think I told you this. When it was 4th and goal and they were at the 6-yard line. Run the ball once, maybe twice, but why abandon the running game completely?
So they got first. So it was 1st and 10 at the 12.
Okay.
They had Puka Nacua 6-yard gain. Then it was 2nd and 4.
Okay.
Kyron Williams run, 0 yards, and then it was back-to-back incompletions.
And that's where it ends. And again, for those of you who say they should have kicked it, I listened to that. I don't hate the argument. That one doesn't bother me as much. It's like if you're going to ask me which one hurt you more, not kicking a field goal, Sean Payton in the first quarter. I'm sorry, in the first half against the Patriots, or Sean McVay in the 4th quarter to get to within 1. Look, man, I'm knocking on the door at the 6-yard line. I got Matthew Stafford. I got the MVP. I got to go win a game. I don't have a huge problem like everybody else does. Kick the field goal. You're down by 1. Yeah, but you didn't. What makes you think you were going to stop them? You gave them the ball at the 6, and they bled the clock. Now all of a sudden you're going to give them the ball at the 30, 33, wherever their average field position is with Shaheed, and somehow you're going to get it back, and they're not going to bleed the clock. I don't know what I think was going to be different.
You have the MVP of the league, most likely, Matthew Stafford, an offense that was moving the ball all day. The ball's in your hands. Even if you kick a field goal, you still need something else to go your way, and that would be the defense going out there, getting a stop, and then still making plays to get in field goal range after that. We're right here. We make a play. We can go ahead.
I'm okay with it, too. Didn't work, but I'm okay with it. All right, 505-246-0610. Eric Owen's going to be with us coming up at 9 o'clock. We'll talk Lobo Hoops with him. If you want to get in on Lobo basketball on Saturday, you're welcome to do that because, well, it was pretty good, wasn't it? It was something. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 B Sports Out.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
All right, got Rick Pitino won his 900th game, beat Richard for that. We got Lobo basketball, men beating Nevada 80-73 in a really nice atmosphere in the pit. I want your thoughts on what it was. I thought it was wonderful, and I don't want to downplay it at all. I just don't know that I think it was the greatest pit game ever, like some people are telling me. Women win 74-57 on the road, snap a three-game losing streak. And the Super Bowl is set. Seattle beats the Rams 31-27. They will represent the NFC and play the Patriots, who beat Denver 10-7 up in Colorado. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck open for business at 505-246-0610. Also over the weekend, Mike Tomlin's replacement has been named. It is Mike McCarthy. The Steelers named McCarthy as the new head coach. Deion Sanders said he's going to invoke fines for things like showing up late and missing practice. And Scotty Scheffler earned his 20th victory on the PGA Tour in just his 151st start. And that makes him right there with Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods as the only players under 30 to win 20 times on the PGA Tour in 4 majors.
July's going to be fun.
Yeah. No, he wasn't going away.
Tiger Woods, Scotty Scheffler. Guess who's coming for the GOAT? Scotty Scheffler.
In July? What do you mean?
Well, we won't be talking football or anything, so we can dive into the Tiger Woods versus Scotty Scheffler, Jordan versus LeBron.
Well, I don't know if he's there yet, but if he wins the Open, we'll have a lot of talk in May. In June around the U.S. Open, because he'll have an opportunity for the career Grand Slam. We'll see how he's playing by then, but he sure as hell started his season off okay. Jason Day and Cantlay. This was not a bad field, the American Express. Now they're going to Torrey Pines and then the Waste Management. But no, he went 27 under. He double bogeyed 17. He put one in the water and still won by 4 strokes. He's all right. I got more on Super Bowl stuff, and Matthew said, great weekend of football. Great weekend of rematch between Seattle and New England. Still taking the Patriots in a close game. Mike McCarthy getting the Steeler job was shocking. All right, we can go to the Steelers thing, too. Was it shocking? It feels really on brand to me. Now, maybe not on brand because he's not going to be there for 20 years, I don't think, because he's not in his 30s or 40s. But the Mike McCarthy hiring that crazy? JJ, do you still have those numbers? If for those of you who didn't hear this earlier, and I know people, we had one Steeler fan say I vomited in my mouth when I saw the McCarthy hire, and you basically said, look, McCarthy is Harbaugh. They're the same dude, and you put out their numbers, and like Harbaugh's numbers are like marginally better than Mike McCarthy.
It's just fascinating how Harbaugh was the belle of the ball. Harbaugh was, we got to have a head coach. I think he's a fine hire. I would understand this hiring cycle of looking at who's available, and this is second, third time. Hey, if you want a guy that's been there, done that, this was the year to go get someone that has a resume. We look at John Harbaugh and Mike McCarthy. They both 18 seasons. Mike McCarthy 174 wins, Harbaugh 180. Playoff record for Mike McCarthy is 11-11. Harbaugh it's 13-11. They both have 11 10-plus win seasons and both won a Super Bowl.
And they both had generational quarterbacks that won only one Super Bowl. And I say only one because it's so damn hard to win. But one guy had Aaron Rodgers, one guy had Lamar Jackson, and by the way, the guy who had Lamar Jackson didn't win with Lamar Jackson. He won with Joe Flacco. Yeah.
We all love after the fact.
Yeah.
But now what's fascinating is is Rodgers on the table for one more year? What's that relationship like with Mike McCarthy? Because the Steelers, even if everyone, Steeler fans, they're like, well, we just need to suck for a year so we can draft in the top 10. That's just not their MO. And if I look at Seattle and kind of how they've gotten back to this level, they didn't suck and take a quarterback #1 overall. They were competitive enough that they built a roster with some high draft picks. Yeah, you look at who they've taken, whether it's Cross and other first-round picks that are in there. But there's ways you can be competitive and win without having to suck to draft a quarterback #1 overall.
Now, granted, it is hard to hit on that. How many teams have done that, right? So they've done it. Jets have tried it. The Steelers have tried it. The Browns have tried it. The Vikings have tried it. Indianapolis tried it this year, and it might have been working until Daniel Jones got hurt. Atlanta's tried it with Kirk Cousins. Right? There's been a lot of teams who have tried it, and it didn't work. Now, Detroit tried it. Did they get all the way back? They didn't. They didn't get to the Super Bowl, but they tried it with Jared Goff. I mean, I think there's an argument there. Did that one work? Tampa Bay tried it with Baker Mayfield. They tried it meaning we're not going to suck enough to get a top 2 to 3 draft pick to get a quarterback. So how else are we going to fix this, remedy this, build our roster, knowing that we need a quarterback to get to where we need to be?
Because you need to have competent coaching and competent roster in place for that quarterback to succeed. Because all those teams you're naming off,
the Raiders tried it. Yep. No, they did.
Not great in terms of putting a roster together. And I do think the Steelers, even with the holes they have, I can see why, with their mindset, bringing in Mike McCarthy, feeling like they can be a playoff team again. If you're a Steelers fan, I get it. You want that young quarterback. You see what can happen with young quarterback. But I also appreciate a franchise that saying, hey, we're not here to suck just to suck.
The quote from the Steelers, this is Art Rooney, the team president. Quote, he, Mike McCarthy, is someone who has a longer track record than many of the other candidates, a winning track record. He's been a winner everywhere he's been, probably just as important for our purposes. The quarterbacks that he's worked with have all been very successful. So he has a proven track record of developing top-flight quarterbacks. Those are the things that maybe stick out the most, end quote. He continued, we're really not worried about winning the initial press conference. It's about picking the coach we believe will help us win games. And social media really doesn't enter into it. And none of that will matter once we're starting to play games. The message to our fans is we're very excited. We think we have a head coach who is well equipped to lead us into the next winning phase of Steeler football. And that's what it's all about. I think they're going to love Coach Mike. I don't know where they go either, man. So, who is the Sam Darnold? And when I say the Jets have tried it, they tried it with Justin Fields this year. They tried it with Aaron Rodgers before. It didn't work. Cleveland's tried it with 1,000 guys. Didn't work. Pittsburgh tried it with Aaron Rodgers. Indianapolis tried it with Daniel Jones. It being find a quarterback, go out and acquire somebody, see if it works here. Raiders tried it with Geno this year. Seahawks did it with Sam Darnold. Atlanta tried it with Kirk Cousins. Tampa Bay, I think it's worked. I mean, again, you got into the Super Bowl, no, but with Baker Mayfield. Did it work with Baker Mayfield? I mean, he's their quarterback, right?
Tom Brady.
It worked with Tom Brady, and it worked with Baker Mayfield, don't you think? I mean, they were the playoffs 3 years prior to this. Detroit, did it with Jared Goff. The Giants tried it with who started with Russ this year. It didn't work, so they went to Jackson Dart.
And you can the odds, and we've been over this a lot of times. It's why when we get to the draft, if you need a quarterback, those guys are pushed up. But a year like this, second round, Drew Aller, Nessmeyer, Ty Simpson, like one of those guys is going to be available.
Which one of those makes you think it's going to work? I mean, and you can say, look at Tyler Shuck, and it's a fair answer. But I mean,
that's this year, the type of thing you can do if you want to bring in a young quarterback. If you think, hey, we're going to get one more year out of Aaron Rodgers potentially in this offense, and then if it all falls apart, maybe you have your top 10 pick next year.
All right, so if you're going, who's available? Kyler Murray, the top of the list this year? Is he the quarterback that's out there that you say, all right, you know what, he worked somewhere else, he just needs a change of scenery, he's my guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking in that kind of a short window. What could keep us competitive? Where could that spark be? Heck yeah, I'm taking a chance.
The Steeler fans say, yeah, we got Mike McCarthy and Kyler Murray. We're in good place.
No?
No?
I don't think Steeler fans says that.
Not until they see results, right? Who else? I mean, Mac Jones is the guy that's sitting in San Francisco that feels like he could be on the Sam Darnold path if he gets a chance. Now, I don't know that he's going to get a chance in San Francisco.
No, this one's fascinating in terms of what, one, would San Francisco be willing to take for Mac Jones? And if you're talking about maybe it's the second round, we'll go one of these guys, do you call up San Francisco and say, hey, our second round pick for Mac Jones? So you're not in this whole Aller, Nessmeyer, Chambliss.
Second round pick for him. All right, well, let me give you this one because Steeler fan just sent me this. We have Will Howard. Need to see if there's anything there. They've drafted him out of Ohio State. I mean, do you feel comfortable if you're a Steeler fan going into the season, Will Howard's my guy? Don't you need to bring something just in case he's not? Fair enough that if you want to see if you want to see if there's anything there, down, cool.
I think he'll be there with Aaron Rodgers or insert next veteran quarterback.
Who's that? I mean, you think he's second for Mac Jones, huh?
It seems like a lot.
It does.
But if you're viewing it of, hey, there's not a first-round guy we like, and Pittsburgh is selecting 21 overall. If you look at Mac Jones, and he early on Patriots playoff appearance, he's got that seasoning from San Francisco. I don't think that's a crazy take for a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm
going to throw other names out there, and I'm not going to just because I'm throwing these names out there doesn't mean I love them. Okay, and I don't think they're the solution. But here's what's going to be out there. Okay, Tua. It's just way too expensive.
Not in Pittsburgh.
No.
He could not throw a football 10 yards.
It doesn't work.
Look at him when it's cold.
Yeah. You've already gone through the Justin Fields thing. It's not going to work there. I mean, do you want to take a shot with Dylan Gabriel? Do you think the Browns move off of? They're going to go in with Deshaun Watson and Shador. Dylan Gabriel might be available for you if you want to try to pry him away.
Say with Will Howard. And again, that's Mike McCarthy coming in, having to look at the college tape of Will Howard, getting a chance to see him throw the football, something to make that decision.
Yeah, I'm not telling you any of this is really good. Geno Smith is going to be available, I would believe. Okay? Again.
That's Kyler Murray, top of the list. If he's available.
Jim Garoppolo?
And just intriguing, at least say he gets some athleticism, make throws.
Kirk Cousins? No? You don't like that either?
No.
Okay. I'm just throwing names out there that are in the league that are guys who played that if you're looking to go that route.
I'm sticking with Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers versus Kirk Cousins.
Malik, what's my guy in Green Bay, the backup in Green Bay? From Liberty.
Yes.
Why am I forgetting? It's.
Is it what you're talking about, Willis?
Malik Willis. What about that? Does that do anything for you? I don't know if you can get him away. I don't know what his contract situation is. But that's where you got to get creative, because I just, does that make you feel better than anything that's in this draft? And when you start telling me Drew Aller or what did you throw at me? What was the other one? Simpson, the guy from Alabama. I don't love any of that.
Simpson, Drew Aller, Grant Esmeyer. Those are the second round later quarterbacks that.
That's Will Howard.
We're going to be discussing.
Yeah, that's Will Howard, right?
Yeah. We'll have to see, too. Mike McCarthy coming in. He could just look at Will Howard and be like, this is not my style. And you never know. But that's why of the veterans that are out there, and now I know Steeler fans are screaming at me going, this is why we need to suck, and this is why we need to draft number 1 overall. But also, you just don't know. Like, this is a Fernando Mendoza year. How many of you are feeling like Fernando Mendoza is a franchise quarterback? But then after that, let's say you had the number 3 overall pick. You're not taking one of the other guys we're talking about.
All right, 505-246-0610. Steeler fan, I know you're there. I know you're there. Will Howard maybe is the answer. I don't know, but Mike McCarthy's your guy. All right, we can talk some little hoops when we get back. Super Bowl's on the table for you. NFC AFC Championship game is on the table for you. It's open whenever you want to get in. Want to get into what the atmosphere was like at the Pit, the game at the Pit, and boy, it was a big win. And I'll tell you why it was a big win as we hit now almost halfway through the conference season. So we'll get there. Fun time of year, isn't it? Prize Picks is really fun. Hopefully you played yesterday. Hopefully you won yesterday, mixing up some football, maybe some basketball. But I love me some Prize Picks, and I know you will as well, because you're out there making decisions. You're out there picking games. You're out there watching games. Might as well make it all pay off for you. Prize Picks is cool, man. You can make picks on things like fantasy scores or free throws made or field goals attempted or turnovers. You can mix football and basketball or hockey and soccer, whatever it is you like. You can play them all in the same lineup. And you can stack dudes. What that means is if you like Steph Curry's free throws, three-pointers, and points, you can play all of those in the same lineup. You can only do it on Prize Picks. You can mix multiple sports. So, like, Super Bowl comes up, and if you want to play Sam Darnold and Pascal Siakam or something, you can do that as well. What you do is you download the app, you pick lineups of 2 to 6 players, you go more or less. Like tonight, Siakam, more or less than 2.5 assists. You want Brandon Miller of Charlotte tonight? More or less than 14.5 points. And then you sit back and you watch the games, and when you're right, you win. It's kind of fun. They also have this option now where if your player is going off early, you don't have to wait until the game ends. You can cash out early and collect your win. Prize Picks. Download the app. Enter the code KNML. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's Prize Picks app. The code is KNML for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's on Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque.
From, what is it, the 6th?
Number 8.
8th? Should probably put that up there. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. Andrew, you can put those on if you want to listen to JJ. Maybe we should plug them in too. Andrew is here. We got a really cool event coming up on Friday, and I think you're always saying, hey, what can I do? I know this audience pretty well. What can I do to do something good, to contribute to society? And we're doing a blood drive along with Vitalant and the Albuquerque Isotopes and Bluebell Ice Cream, and it's going to be this Friday from 10 to 6 out at Isotopes Park. It'll be up on the 3rd floor, the club level of Isotopes Park. and you are encouraged to come out and give some blood. In return, you will get a ticket to go see an Isotopes game this season. You'll get some ice cream. And Andrew, it's a big deal for Vitalant because I know this is a time of year where it's cold, the flu. There's always a reason not to go help out, and you guys really need to get some blood on the shelf.
Yeah, it's been a tough week, especially with the weather.
Why is it so important now? I think people, I think we hear all the time, hey, help out and give some blood, but I don't know that people understand what the demand is and where this really goes.
So it takes about 300 units per day to supply.
A unit is what?
1 pint.
So what you're giving?
Correct. Okay. Yes, sir. Takes about 300 units per day to supply New Mexico alone.
Per day?
Per day.
What are you getting? A lot less.
We try to hit that 300 number,
yeah.
but a lot of times we do have to bring blood in from out of state.
Right. And I think the need for it, and you don't understand when there's disasters, or just on a daily basis, man. This is people who are going through medical procedures that you're saving lives when you go out and do this.
That's right.
And so the importance in how many different blood types are there, by the way? Like, do people know their blood type? You probably, I know you know yours, and I know I should know mine. I don't.
That's okay. If you come in and you donate blood,
yeah,
you will find out your blood type.
Yeah, and this is all right. So talk about this particular event. What's going on? Where? Why? How? What do people need to know on Friday?
So January is National Donor Month, and that was actually a proclamation by President Nixon in 1970. Right? January National Donor Month. A little American history there. And we want to celebrate the 600,000 or so people who donate blood every year through Vitalant. Their generosity is truly life-saving, and both Vitalant and the patients that we serve are incredibly grateful for their support.
Yeah, you're saving their lives, for crying out loud.
Yeah. So the Isotopes have stepped up, and they're going to help us out with this year's annual Pint for Pint blood drive, and along with Bluebell Ice Cream. And so we'll be there on Friday, January 30th, up on the 3rd floor club level at RGCU Field at Isotopes Park from 10 to 6.
Here's the beauty of it. Not only do you get tickets to go see a game, it'll be for a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday game this season, but the ice cream is going to be in the freezer. It's not like you got to go to the store and then go get it. So you can have your ice cream on the way out of there. They might maybe give you a spoon. I'm just asking. Maybe, but you got your fingers.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I promise. Right. Up on the 3rd floor, and they usually bring a bunch of different flavors, and it's a big deal. If you can't get out there on Friday, if for whatever reason you can't, this is something that you guys need year-round. Vitalant is over there on University and Indian School, right in that area. It can be something that you do, you can get on a rotation, a regular basis. How do you encourage people to get in and just remember to help out?
Man, if folks would donate blood 3 times a year, that's kind of that would really help the local blood supply.
It's the people who say I don't want to, I can't, I'm afraid of needles, it hurts. Why should I do it? I know you guys hear that all the time. Look, yeah, is it pleasant? No, man. Like sometimes doing the right thing isn't. Nobody loves getting a needle stuck in their arm. It doesn't hurt that much. It's a little pinprick, and the benefits so far outweigh the little discomfort.
Yeah, and it's the blood on the shelves that saves lives. There is no substitute for human blood. If we don't have it on the shelf, somebody doesn't get it.
Yeah. All right, get out there on Friday. Put it on your calendar, somewhere from 10 to 6. They'll be out at Isotopes Park. Andrew's here with Vitalant. I'm going to guess he'll be out there to say hello to you. You'll get you'll first and foremost, you're helping save lives. You'll get a pint of Bluebell ice cream. We got drawings for gift cards too as well, right?
Well, that's right. Yeah, Vitalant's running a contest to get registered for one of 26 $500 gift cards.
26 of them.
Correct. 26
and
26.
Oh, I get it. All right. Like that's how many we had on the shelf. All right, get out there on Friday. It is Isotopes Park. It'll be up on the club level, 3rd floor. You enter there, right there on the third base side on the suite entrance. You go upstairs, you give some blood, you get some tickets, you get some ice cream, you feel good about yourself, you save some lives, and you do something that really, really our community needs. Andrew, first of all, thank you for the partnership and continued success, and thank you for doing this. Great to see you. Good luck with the blood drive on Friday.
Thanks, Jeff.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is brought to you by
Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows.
The music, just the whole feel was really, really cool. So kudos on leaning into the theme and nailing it. But more than that, man, you had your retro coaches in there in Alfred and Neil. You beat them 80-73. You beat them down the stretch. That's a pretty good team you beat. They were tied with you going in. You have the 5th longest winning streak in the nation. You extended that. All of those things that we talked about you have to do if you are going to be an NCAA team, and they are right now a borderline bubble NCAA team on all these projections that are coming out. Some have them in, some have them out. But it was, for me, JJ, and this is what I want to talk to Eric about a little bit, I thought it was the first pit atmosphere. I don't know that I thought it was a pit game, but a true pit atmosphere for this group of coaches and players.
That's what it looked like. It's what it sounded like. Seeing the reaction to the fans after the fact about how energized that building was. I think it was the best home game of the season at this point, which would make sense of who the opponent is, the stakes, the coaches on the floor. I think every box was checked, from how UNM handled Retro Night to the crowd and then the performance on the floor.
And let me differentiate when I say pit atmosphere to pit game. When I think of pit games, I think the pit crowd willed the team to victory. That if that was on a neutral floor somewhere else, maybe you don't win that game, and you win because of the pit. And I don't know that I think that was, the pit crowd was the difference, although it was a difference on Saturday night. So please don't think I'm discounting or minimizing the atmosphere in the place, because it was the pit. It felt like the pit. It was special. It was the way the pit is supposed to feel, It wasn't a pit game. I mean, you decide. Everybody's got their own ideas of what a pit game is and what's their favorite pit game. But I just thought that the atmosphere was it felt like the pit again. And I thought that was the first time for this group to feel that way. JJ, I am so continuously impressed by Jake Hall, and I requested him today. We're going to get Eric Olin, but I really wanted to talk to Jake Hall because the freshman who continues to score, he played 35 minutes, almost 36 minutes. The coaching staff trusts him like he is a seasoned senior. He doesn't turn the ball over. He had 4 assists. He had 6 rebounds. He's a true freshman guard who's out there, who plays like a veteran, who the shot fakes are great. The decisions he makes are great. I think his defense is getting better. I'm really looking forward to talking to Eric Olin about him as well.
Stud. Just cool, calm, and collected. And it's something that this roster overall really shows. And I felt that watching them in conference play, that they've taken it to another level where, and I know Eric Olin has talked about it a couple times, just control. They're in control of the situation. They don't get too high. Don't get too low. We felt that again on Saturday against Nevada, back and forth game. And it was a really impressive second half because going into this game, we were both highlighting the defenses and how tough it's going to be. And then just the offensive efficiency, 44 points for the Lobos in the second half. Now, Nevada scored 38, but New Mexico was so important that Jake Hall did get going because the difference was at the 3-point line. Lobos were +6 in made threes because Nevada, outshot them. They had one more made field goal, but it was because of that 3-point shooting. The Lobos finished under 40% for the game. So Jake Hall's 3-point shooting in the second half was gigantic.
Yeah, I thought he was big. I think the minutes that you're continuously getting out of JT Rock are big. Net every night. And let me give him another one. And he didn't stack the sheet. I like what Tajavis Miller's given you. And this wasn't a great Dayton-Auburn night. He was 2 for 8, but boy, did he hit a big shot. He was 1 for 7 before he stepped back and hit the 3 that was the dagger. And it's funny, early on, Lobos weren't shooting well. In fact, in the first half, they shot 29.4%. And I think they made it up a lot later in the second half.
To shoot 29%
and be down,
while Nevada shoots 44%,
and be up by a point at halftime, right? And so they were struggling early. I remember Audrey's like, they can't shoot. Why can't they shoot? And finally, because the Pitt crowd was standing. You know how they stand until both teams score. And I think there was a timeout, if I'm not mistaken, before the Pitt crowd sat down, and there was a timeout. They had to stand up again because Lobos hadn't scored. It's just like, what do you do? I'm like, you keep shooting, right? You keep shooting because eventually you're going to start making some shots. And in the second half, New Mexico shot 50% from the field, 14 for 28. Right? Sometimes shots go, sometimes they don't, but what can you do is defend. Nevada shot 44, almost 45% from the field the first half. Lobos shot under 30%. And yet New Mexico was winning the game. Why? Right? And so you look at as a whole, and the Pitt played a part in it, but this is, to me, such a likable team in so many respects. And I agree with you on the don't get too high, don't get too low thing. They really have the personality of their head coach. And I thought this was a good coach. I thought Steve Alford's team played well. I thought he coached a good game. Lobos just made more shots down the stretch. The Lobos just made more plays. I can't look at something for Nevada and just say, wow, that wasn't good. Their big guy got in foul trouble. Price got in foul trouble in the first half. I remember there was a time he got a second foul. Mike Steve's got to get him out of there. He didn't. And before the next whistle happened, he got his third. And so I think that changed the dynamic of the game. But the minutes that you're getting out of Rock, out of Tanet, but look how that rotation shrunk, JJ. Scholl played 17 minutes and Tanet 31 off the bench. But other than that, all your starters played north of 25 minutes.
That's going to happen in a tight game.
That's what's going to happen as seasons get incredible.
There's games where a couple more guys, we'll see a few minutes, but even so, this has been the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, as you said, at certain times, maybe there's the minute distribution is different. But in a tight game, you're going to go with the 5 best and not worry about it, especially getting to the second half. You know, that's the case with any team.
Is Chris Howell coming back? It's going to be interesting to see what he does. Luke Hobbs is eating those minutes. And it's funny on Hobbs, too, man. The guys around me where I sit, and they're, he can't dribble, he can't shoot. And then he goes, he dribbles in and he scores, he gets fouled. And like, huh? The guy shuts up. The guy behind me, Joel, I can't shoot. Then he makes 3 in a row. It's funny how fans are, right? In the emotion of the game. But I think what Hobbs does, the glue that he provides for you, and another 35-minute guy. I mean, these 2 guys who he trusts from San Diego, one's a 5th-year guy, one's a 1st-year guy. But they're somewhat the same temperament, aren't they, Hall and Hobbs? I mean, they're pretty much the same temperament, right?
Yeah.
Not the same game, but the same temperament of play. All right, Eric Olin's going to join us here coming up in about 16 minutes. He'll join us at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. We'll talk global basketball with him. It's yours at 505-246-0610. If you were there, what do you think of Retro Night, how they pulled it all off, and the victory? What a big one. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Recap.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982,
9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Lobo basketball men tomorrow night over on News Radio KKOB, 8:30 pregame, 9 o'clock tip. All right, go ahead and complain about it. Yep, you got to stay up late on Tuesday night. Lobos and UNLV. Ladies are back at it. It says Wednesday at Air Force. That can't be right, can it? Where are you Wednesday? You
That's a typo. It should be. I'll switch that.
All right, who are they playing Wednesday?
Hosting UNLV.
That's versus UNLV. All right. And that'll be at 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip. And the Lobo Talk on Thursday here on the Sports Animal. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Jeff, JJ. Deutsch says, don't Jeff at special teams matter, Jeff. Miami U lost the belt because their punter and field goal kicker, and Rams won't be in the series because of your punter. Punter? Or punt returner. Sorry. Maybe spend some NIL money on those guys instead of using walk-on. You know, the Rams fired their special teams coach, too. Maybe you win the special teams coach. Just saying. I'm just saying. Lobo Hobo's in. It came out on Friday. The University of New Mexico is asking legislature for $50 million for phase 1 of renovation on University Stadium. Lobo Hobo says, no. Jeff, I want a new state-of-the-art facility, not another penny spent on that old dump. This weekend, folks told me New Mexico is so poor, yet there's plenty of money for new programs and pet projects. Office buildings full of overpaid administrators. I'm not sure the correlation. New Mexico's not so poor. We are the richest poor state there is. We act like a poor state. There's lots of money. I'm not sure I totally disagree with him, by the way. But if you're not going to be able to get all the money at once, if you're not going to get, and I don't think you are, whatever it's going to cost, $250-something million to tilt that thing, and then what are you going to do for the 2 football seasons in which you can't play in that stadium because it's being rebuilt, right? Their plan is, and maybe you saw all the different phases. There's part of me that's skeptical. Can you bring that place up to modern standards? But they've got an architect that they're working with, and I don't. What was your feeling when you saw that?
I can understand the blow it up and start new, and reading through that proposal feels like they didn't think they could get this money needed to build a full new stadium. So it's pretty much, reading through it will keep the concrete, but then everything else.
Concrete's part of the issue.
Yeah.
I mean, with all due respect,
the bottom bowl.
Yeah.
But outside of that, they'll push everything back. Start north end zone, blow it up, go from there. The east side, expand it, go from there. The south, expand it, go from there, and then the press box. So.
Yeah, that's the last one. All right, so that's going to be a big topic of conversation. Text line, Retro Night was a blast. The whole atmosphere was electric all night, from the poster giveaway to the warm-up music to the actual retro set they had set up for pictures, to the bench seats having the old Lobo on them. It was a fun night. The only thing I thought would happen was playing Mike Roberts over the PA system. That would have taken it over the top. Do you know if the bench seats were from the 90s or were they new seats with new upholstery? I don't know. I didn't even know they put upholstery on the bench seats.
I believe they are they pulled them out of storage.
Like the
seats that the players, the teams are on.
Oh, okay. I didn't see those because I sit behind those. I didn't sit on press row. I sat in our seats, so I didn't see those seats. What did they have on?
They had that same logo.
Yeah, you like that logo? It was kind of cool.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see that. Robert, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hey, Robert.
Yeah, good morning. As I see it, they really need to knock down that stadium and start over. I think the concrete is one of the major problems. The steps are, they're supposed to be like 8 inches, between 6 and 8 inches tall, and the steps there are probably about...
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Poked away by Bishop. Bishop takes off. Here comes the money. Up and in.
And you're doing it phase by phase. Look, here's where I am. I think ideally what Robert's saying is right. Blow the whole thing up and start over again. However, if you're not getting the money, something needs to be done. And I've been saying something needs to be done for, I don't know how long we have this microphone. Right? And so now there's a plan. Now the money's got to get approved. All right, we're going to talk hoops when we get back. Eric Olin's going to be with us, Lobo men's basketball coach. All he is 16-4. Off to one of the best starts in the history of Lobo basketball. Lobos are 7-2. They'll be in Vegas tomorrow. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Center.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very...
Retro coaches on the other side with Steve Alford and Craig Neal walking down the ramp. You got to give them their welcome as you always did, and then you got to really help New Mexico to a big victory, 80-73 over Nevada. Eric Olin is the first-year head coach for the Lobos, and he joins us this morning on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Eric. How you living?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
We're really good, thank you. Big one on Saturday, and before we get into everything, I just thought the atmosphere was great. I thought that was the really first time for you, this staff, these players, that you got that true pit atmosphere. I don't know if it was a pit game, but that atmosphere, did you feel ratcheted up from previous games?
Yeah, it was awesome in there, but it's been great all year, and obviously there's levels to it, but I feel like the crowd helps us every time, and playing at home, our guys are fired up to do it, and Saturday was no exception, and obviously maybe the best version so far. So we've been playing good basketball at home, and I think the pit and the crowd certainly had something to do with it.
Yeah, and the team, obviously, the way you're playing, you start off, you don't shoot well in the first half, but yet you're leading at halftime, and then have a big second half. This team feels like it's taken on, and maybe it was from the beginning, maybe it's evolved or still evolving. Your personality, not too high, not too low, very even keel. They don't get rattled. It feels like, if you get down a little bit, you feel confident in the lineup you put out there, and they feel confident that they're coming back and they're going to be in every game. Is that kind of a fair perception?
I mean, I think our guys have confidence. I don't know if, they're taking on anybody's personality. I think we just have competitive guys who, like you said, are getting better. And, they've really been doing it all year. You can think back to even early games where maybe we weren't playing great in moments or we were struggling at different times. Never felt rattled. Guys just kept playing. I thought some of those experiences are helping us now, playing really poorly and being down 15 at home to Alabama State and then coming back and winning, or, these aren't the highlights of the season, right, but getting down big to Nebraska, but making a run and getting back within contact and ultimately not getting the result you want. But these guys have responded all year, you know, and we aren't perfect and we still got work to do, but I do think we have a competitive group that understands it's a 40-minute game and they're going to try to compete for all 40.
Eric Olin is with us. Lobos are in second place in conference play, one game behind San Diego State, headed into a big week that starts at UNLV tomorrow.
You know, Coach, you talk about the character, the competitiveness, and as you put this roster together before the season, what are things you look for in a player to figure out what kind of competitor they are and the character they have on the court?
Yeah, I mean, that's something we're trying to evaluate, but it's not, you know, can't find it in the box score. So I just think, like, watch them play. Are they part of winning teams? You know, what does it look like on film? Do we feel like they're competing when we have conversations about them or with them in the recruiting process? Trying to understand what they care about. You know, this is a new landscape in college basketball, and there's a lot of factors in decision making when you choose your school. We want to find guys who ultimately care about winning, still want to be part of a team. You know, like, there's other factors too, but, you know, I think that's a foundational thing that we're looking for is you got to want to be part of something bigger than yourself, and winning has to matter to you, you know, and if we can get a group of people that all care about that, then it's kind of exponential in how it can grow.
Yeah, Coach, I know one of the things that you've talked about as the season has gone on in these close games, is decision-making, and how much of it, too, is just finally getting to be on the court with this team over X amount of time in game situations where you start seeing some of those things flow, the better decisions late in games from players.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're still improving and getting better. You know, we got a couple of young guys who are a big part of our group, and every time out they're getting a different coverage, a different type of defender, a different look. So all of those are experiences and opportunities for them to kind of get better, and then hopefully the next time they see that same thing, you know, they can, you know, improve. And I mean, obviously that's the young guys, but it's everybody collectively because everybody's new. So it's the first time for seeing maybe that coverage in our system, or, you know what I mean? Like, our solution might be different than the solution that they, you know, went to in previous spots or situations. So yeah, it's kind of the shared experience thing, where the more shared experiences we have, the more possessions we play together, the more games we're in, the better we should get. And the next time out, we should execute it at a higher level and kind of learn from what happened in the past. So I think guys are doing a good job, and we've gotten better to this point, but we got some work left to do as well.
Lobo men's basketball coach Eric Olin is with us. You talk about some of the young guys. Jake Hall plays almost 36 minutes the other night. Uriah Tenet over 31 minutes. So traditional freshmen who obviously you trust, they're gaining more confidence as it goes on. We've talked about Jake a number of times on the post-game show on the broadcast and how he plays seemingly above his age. Is he better in his freshman year after these first 20 games than you thought he would, or did you expect him to play at this level, averaging what he's averaging, shooting what he's shooting, and just commanding the presence that he commands and the confidence in which he controls the game?
You know, we knew Jake would be good. I was pretty confident that he would impact our team right away, even as a freshman. I would say the biggest thing, like, and I'm not surprised he's going out and made 5 threes, 7 threes, you know, scored 20 points. You know, I think the thing that's been the most impressive about Jake has been his consistency. I think that's the thing that young guys struggle with is, you know, they have good games, and then they kind of, you know, they're up and down on that roller coaster of college basketball a little bit. And, you know, not that he's been perfect every time out, and I'm sure he's got some games. I know he's got some games that, you know, he'd like back and didn't feel like he played as well. But by and large, he's pretty consistent in his performance. He does a great job with his work and his routine, and he just has a mature approach to it all, and I think that's helped him. So, yeah, we knew he was good. We knew it could help us, but the consistency that he's done it has been really impressive.
Yeah. Chris Howell's been out for a while with the oblique, and Luke's eaten a lot of those minutes and does so much of the work that maybe doesn't stuff a stat sheet sometimes. when, if, do you expect Chris back? And then just the work that Luke does, because obviously playing him, again, almost 36 minutes a game, what he does doesn't necessarily just show up in a stat sheet.
Yeah, for sure. Chris is, he's progressing, but, it's been slower than we would have liked and he would have liked specifically. But he's working through it, kind of to be determined on specifics on timeline still. But, yeah, Luke is playing great basketball. And, I think some of Luke's toughness and competitiveness is contagious a little bit, when he's out there. He plays with a ton of physicality. He takes on the best, we're putting him on the best offensive player on the other team as much as we can. He's super versatile because he's got good, positional size, and he's switchable, so he can guard bigger, he can guard smaller. He does so many things, like just his ability to guard all kinds of different players, like that's a subtle thing that allows everybody else to kind of be in their comfort zone and not have to do things that maybe they aren't as good at, because Luke can just do that and then they can kind of fall into a more comfortable matchup, right? Or on the offensive end, he's creating for other people. He's talking to guys. He's helping them execute. We come into a timeout. There's a lot of communication from him about what he's seeing and how to help other guys, like, get into positions of strength. He's just an experienced, smart, tough player that impacts winning in a way that you can't quite quantify just looking at his numbers.
Coach, you talked about the experience that you gain throughout a season, but even just in games and seeing what an opponent is going to do to you. Saturday, you come out, shoot 50% from the field in the second half against a defense like Nevada. What were just some of the things your team was able to adjust to and just execute in that final 20 minutes?
Yeah, we felt like we struggled in the first half around the basket. Their physicality impacted us, their length with Price, blocking shots. We didn't get every end-to-drive decision right there in terms of challenging some of the stuff at the rim. And if you miss at the rim, that's the next worst thing to a live ball turnover in terms of what it can do from a transition defense standpoint. So we felt like that was a big issue for us in the first half, and that if we could be a little slower at the end of the drive, make a little better decision, maybe a little stronger with the ball to finish through contact, we felt like we've left quite a few points on the board in the first half. I mean, part of that's, Nevada playing good defense, and credit to them, but, we felt like we could do it at a higher level, and I thought our guys did. I think late you saw us, kind of dropping it off to Tomislav and JT for dunks and layups late. But that was us sort of figuring it out as we went. Like, okay, maybe not challenge them to score every time when they come over if we drop it off. Like, so those kind of things they come up throughout the game. Try to recognize maybe some areas we're not doing it as well. What are some of our solutions? Help those guys see it and adjust to it.
All right, here comes a big week. Eric Olins with us just for a few more minutes. Louisville men's basketball coach. You'll be in Vegas tomorrow against a UNLV team who won in Logan just last week. Then you got a road game at San Jose State and come home for Utah State next Wednesday. So, and then Grand Canyon. So, I mean, everything's big. We have this conversation on the show all the time. Every game's big because every game's big because you put yourself in a position to make them all big. But 2 road games, do you approach things in a specific way? I know it's game by game, but when you look at UNLV, you're going to a place against a team that's athletic. They played San Diego State tough over the weekend. They won at Utah State. You know that they're capable of getting you if you have an off night and they have a really good night.
Oh, yeah, they're capable of getting everybody.
Yeah.
UNLV is super talented. They're a scary team because, you look at their metrics or how they're sort of rated, and it's not it doesn't kind of line up with what you see on film. They have a lot of variance in their outcomes to this point in the season, right? Like, they have some of the best wins of anybody in the league, and then they have some losses that make you scratch your head. Most of those were earlier in the year, but that's a scary team because they're super talented, and we've seen them play great. They don't always do it. There's some, they're missing some consistency, but when they're good, they're as good as anybody. So, we gotta make sure that we just take care of our business. If we play well, we can contribute to them hopefully not playing as well, and and put ourselves in a position to be successful. But our approach and preparation will be the same. But I think our guys understand, like, when you turn the film on, it's not hard to have your guys realize how talented this UNLV team is.
Yeah, Gibbs Lawhorn is spectacular and can do so many things. And I thought in the game against Utah State he was good. I thought he was really good in the Boise State game. I thought he was good in the loss the other day. There's special players, and he feels like he's one of them. But they've got a bunch of athletes that can just erupt, and that was what was happening in the Utah State game when they won in Logan. I thought everybody's eyes opened up if they weren't already open.
Yeah, and Gibbs Lawhorn, when he's rolling, he's as good as any guard in this conference, you know. And so we got to do a great job on him, not let him get going. And if he does, then we got to have some solutions to get the ball out of his hands and you know, maybe make some other people beat us. They've gotten healthier as it's gone, so their front court is getting a little healthier. They got a ton of athleticism and rim protection in the front court. I mean, Tyron Jones, a freshman for them, is one of the most impressive athletes I've ever seen. He's blocking. He goes for the lift fake and then
still
jumps a second time and still blocks the shot. So he's doing some things on film you don't see very often. And they got a lot of other good players too. You know, Fleming and you know, Kamani Hamilton's super talented. So yeah, they pose a lot of problems for everyone, and we'll have to play well.
Now, Coach, you knew the opportunity and the challenge it was going to be taking this job and getting a chance to compete in the Mountain West Conference. And you've been at Boise, San Diego. You've had, you know, the Colorado trip. Just what are your thoughts on the conference and kind of experiencing it now, you know, as a head coach?
Yeah, so it's a grind because everybody's so good, you know. But I think that's also part of the fun of being in a league like this, and as a competitor trying to compete against really good teams like that. You want to be in those situations. Our guys love being in those games, you know. And so, yeah, that makes it fun. It's certainly a challenge, but like that's kind of what everybody's looking for, right? If you're competitive, you want to test yourself against really good players, really good teams, great coaches in this league. So, yeah, it's a little relentless, but also we embrace the challenge.
And here we come down the home stretch, and March is coming quick. All right, lastly, Retro Night was fun. You retire in the V-neck 70s or 90s looking starter shirt. Are you going back to quarter zip?
Yeah, for sure. That was it was a little warm down there in that thing. Like I felt like I was a wrestler trying to cut weight.
Yeah, but it was a winner. So sometimes coaches say, well, you know what? If I win in it, I'm wearing it until I don't win again, right? I know X that way, but yeah, go back to that same quarter zip that you were winning in 23 in a row at home. Hey, always appreciate
for sure.
Yeah, always appreciate the conversation. Keep it rolling. Yeah. Good luck in Vegas. Safe travels. Are you guys staying on the road, or are you coming back before you go to San Jose?
No, we'll come back, go to class a little bit, and then we'll go back up.
Yeah, then there's that class thing. I forgot about that. It's college basketball still. All right, we'll catch up with you soon. Thanks for the time. Appreciate
you guys. Take care.
Be well. Eric Olin, the head basketball coach, Lobo men's basketball. The V-neck thing, it was getting...
I could see it getting a little bit warm.
Oh, yes. I'm getting warm in here. All right, you can respond to what you heard from Eric Olin on the Chris Howell. Chris Howell, maybe? Like when I saw him about... What was the last game I did? 2 weeks ago was Grand Canyon. And he said, just going slower, just slower than I hoped. It was oblique. And, that's the same thing Sam Darnold was dealing with. And he went out, I guess he took a couple shots and he played, but different levels. Different levels of injury as well. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Zone.
NFL coverage all season long.
Efficient, they're easy to maintain.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations.
Don't just survive Valentine's Day, boys and girls. Win Valentine's Day. John Thomas Jewelers is going to help you win Valentine's Day. How? They've got really, really cool things going on for Valentine's Day. John Thomas Jewelers is the place that'll save you from bad gifts. Listen to what they got going on. Right now, if you spend $950 or more at John Thomas Jewelers, you will receive a free 1-carat lab-grown diamond pendant necklace with a chain. The pendant is valued at $950. So this is free. There's no catch to this. So if you go out and you buy diamond stud earrings for $950 or more, you get the free pendant. If you buy a bracelet, $950 or more, you get a free pendant. It works with almost any $950 or more purchase. You get one beautiful piece of jewelry, and then you get a second beautiful piece, a diamond necklace at no additional cost. Winner, winner. Get yourself over to John Thomas Jewelers. Offers good while supplies last. This will end on Valentine's Day, which is coming up on the 14th of February. Don't wait till the last minute. Get yourself over there. Take care of this. Go to the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building. That's where the showroom is. John Thomas Jewelers, 3rd floor. Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, directly across from the Coronado Center. John Thomas Jewelers. Don't just survive Valentine's Day. Win Valentine's Day. That's a great offer to pick up. All right, 505-246-0610. You can get in on what you just heard. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. The biggest disappointment from 90s night was the shorts weren't 90s length. It's from LB. All right. I imagine the players didn't get those past the knee shorts. That's fair. This texter says, what's the mystery? I don't think there's a mystery. What's the mystery of Timeo Ponce? He had the accolades internationally, coming in playing good for the Russian team, but why hasn't he seen playing time? He played for the French team. And he's just been beaten out for playing time. When he comes in, I think he's
there's
got
a lot of players, by the way, that have good numbers with their junior national team that struggle in the transition division with basketball.
I would argue, or not even argue, I would ask, who would you play him in front of? And I know what the answer is. I know what people are going to say, and I don't think it's right, and I know the coach does it. They would say Hops, right?
That would not make this team better at all.
No, but that's what people would say just by sitting in the stands and listening to people and doing this show.
He doesn't defend as well.
No, hardly.
He's a one-trick pony right now.
He's a three-point shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's got to develop, and he'll be okay. And if he stays in the program, and I know people say, well, he's not getting any time, he's going to leave. I don't know, maybe not. You know, sometimes the guy comes over and realizes, you know what, I'm not good enough. I can't crack this lineup. Who do you want to play in front of? You want to play in front of Tajavis Miller? I think Tajavis gives you nice minutes.
Yeah, it would. Then Tajavis, you're putting experience on the floor. Even if it doesn't matter, everybody's going to be frustrated with people who shoot the basketball and miss it at times. But with Tajavis Miller, his coaching staff knows, hey, this is an experienced player. And can give us a little bit more than just the threes, even though when he's on and he hits threes, it works. But Pond's just not there yet, man.
No, and that's okay. There's going to be some development that's going to come with that. Lobo Hobo says, no. See, you got to be the same. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, this is from Mike. It says the Mighty Fight and Chris Jans are now a quad 3 loss, Jeff Alou. Global Basketball is going to have to find another way to hype the greatest win ever. I don't think anybody called it the greatest win ever. They called it the first win ever against an SEC team. You know why they called it that? Because it was. Yeah, Mississippi State's scuffling, man. Are they the worst team in the SEC? They might be this year. And it is a quad 3 now, huh? I didn't even check the numbers on that. New Mexico State lost at home again. FIU. They're scuffling. That one's the loss to a quad 3 hurts more than the win over a quad 3. But yeah, the New Mexico State loss is hurt. All right, 505-246-0610. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good day. What a weekend of sports, huh?
You enjoy that retro gear?
Yeah, I went into the Lobo Den. One of the opportunities they might have missed is take a picture of your Lobo Den. See who has the best Lobo Den. I might have been in the running.
Yeah, but you would have been.
I have half the den, UNM, more than half the den, UNM, the other half Michigan.
Right.
So I'd have just, shot the UNM side. But Timeo Ponce has to learn the offense and has to acclimate, and he came here hurt. I don't know if people understood that, but that's a guy that you keep working, and hopefully at some point down the road when you really need him, like a tournament game where you got to have some guys come in and play some minutes on the second or third day, that's where Timeo Ponce is going to come in, and I really think that's what's going to happen. Olin is one of these guys who's, in a way, old school. He really teaches the game. I'll never forget the conversation that I had with Bill Walton and asked him if it was true, the story that I heard, that every year Wooden would start the same way by teaching everybody how to put on their socks and tie their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You heard the story?
Yeah,
Jeff,
literally told them how to. Yes, 100%. He wanted it done that way. Yeah.
And so here's Walton, fourth year. He shows up and he's got shaggy hair, and he made Walton get on his bicycle, go cut his hair, and come back and learn how to put on his socks and shoes again.
Yep, literally told him you can leave. Like that's cool if you don't want to cut your hair. Have fun wherever it is you go. He was freaking Bill Walton. Like literally, he's Bill Walton. like one of the best college basketball players in the history of the game. And John Wooden said, no, that's cool, and I respect your individuality, Phil, and I respect you. And Walton told the story all the time, and I know I'm paraphrasing it, but he said, I respect that you're an individual, and I respect your individuality, and I think that's great. Best of luck to you wherever it is you end up playing basketball.
So I really think that's the part of Eric Olin that I'm super impressed with, is he's there to teach you the game. And boy, does that guy understand the game, because you just don't beat Noodles and, Alfred. You just don't beat them. You have to out-coach them.
Yep.
And I thought it was a master class in coaching down the stretch. I think UNM made 5 out of the last 6 shots, and I don't know that Nevada made a shot other than a free throw down the stretch, except those wild threes.
Well, and that Albury three was big, and Dayton at the time was 1 of 7 from the field, and he steps back and hits that three. That was the dagger. That was a big boy shot.
And the highlight of the night was watching all the Lobo former basketball players. I watched every one of those guys, and it was great to see him. High five Marvin McBurrows. I remember him. It was just great to do that. And I don't know what this search is going to yield, but I hope it yields Ryan Berringer, because I really think that there's no reason to go anywhere else. The man knows what he's doing. He's steeped in Lobo history. He knows how this program needs to run. He's been part of the growth of this program, and I think he has some ties, just over his time here to get up to Santa Fe, and that's my final thought. If you're out there and you're a sports person, just take 5 minutes today. If you're too lazy to write, call your legislators. You can look them up and use your address. Call the governor's office and tell them to give UNM the money to get that stadium going. You can't tear the stadium down and build another one unless you build it at a different location, and there's too much infrastructure with the locker rooms and everything else. There's good bones there. There's a lot of stuff you can do, and you look at the artist renderings, and I think they could come up with a really impressive stadium and take what's there and really make it better. So I think that's what we have to do and get moving, because you're not going to be able to tear the stadium down and rebuild it in a year.
The bottom line is they're doing something, and Rudy, thanks for the call. You're not going to be able to tear it down and rebuild it in a year. Now, other places have done it and played through construction. Vanderbilt did it. San Jose State did it. Boise State's doing it. And there's ways to do it that you play through construction. It doesn't look great on TV, but ultimately you get the ultimate result. And so, I'm sure they're going to have to play through some construction. But the bottom line is, let's get something done. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 650 Sports.
Join 95.9 FM and AM 6.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values.
They'll help you get back in the game, and they will design a program that is focused on you. They take the time to listen to you, to understand your goals, to know what's going on with your body, how long, what's up, and what it is you want, and then they create a program that is specially tailored to you. Don't sit on the sidelines anymore, fellas. Take action today and feel better. Feel like you again. 505-240-8559. 505-240-8559. They're online at VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David, A, V-I-T as in Thomas, A-L. VitaVitalMedical.com. Get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again. Vita Vital Medical is Albuquerque's hormone health experts. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Saw a stat on Matthew Stafford that it's not going to be one of his favorites, but it certainly doesn't diminish what I believe will be an MVP season for him. Matthew Stafford becomes the first quarterback to throw for 350 or more yards, 3 or more touchdowns, no turnovers in a postseason game, and lose. How about that stat? The first quarterback ever to throw for north of 350 yards, more than 3 or more touchdowns, not turn the ball over, and lose a postseason game. Now, he's not the first quarterback to play great in a playoff game and lose. Tom Brady threw for 505 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did fumble once in the Patriots lost to the Eagles. Alex Smith went for 378 and 4 touchdowns, fumbled once when the Chiefs lost to the Colts. But the first one to go 350 or more, 3 touchdowns or more, and not turn it over and lose the game. I don't know. You wear that as a badge of honor? Does it just suck? I mean, it just sucks because you lost, right? But the answer is
Sam Darnold would have been 4 yards away from that. On the opposite side had the
what do you have, 346?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's insanity, right? 505-246-0610. Jeffrey, good morning. How you living? You're on the Sports Zone.
Well, I was at the game Saturday. It was absolutely electric. I wouldn't say it was one of the top, pit games of all time, but it was clearly, maybe top 30 or something of that nature. And I'm probably one of the only Lobo alumni and season ticket holders that still has a great deal of respect for, for Alfred and his coaching acumen. I thought first half his coaching strategies were very effective. So I have nothing but respect for the guy. I understand he left and all that, but I happen to be one of those that still has respect for him. But I had a question regarding the quote-unquote amelioration or improvement of, the football stadium. Did I read the renderings correctly such that we're one of the only states in the country where our interpretation of progress means that we eliminate seating capacity by 2,400 seats? Did you see that?
Well,
did you read that particular?
I read where they're eliminating seats. I don't know that I interpreted that as the definition of progress.
Well, what I'm getting at is, it's I've been here all my life, so I'm not a native. I'm a native Albuquerque, and it's so frustrating that when we ever do anything as a state, pretty much, other than the tramway and the pit in 1966. Our version of doing something in terms of progress is to make something smaller. Like, the pit.
The pit lost 2,500 seats.
With its amelioration, not only did we lose seating capacity from 19,000 or whatever it is now, we can't even host a NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
So, and then if I read the rendering of the damn football stadium, instead of thinking big and, let's say capacity, there's almost 1 million people in the metro area here now, okay? And, the team seems to be trending upward. And it demonstrated this year, that coach, that if you win and you entertain, people will come. And instead of, thinking big and let's build a stadium such that maybe it's 40,000 to 45,000 capacity or 50,000, we're actually going to make seating capacity smaller. It's just so frustrating that we think small instead of dreaming big in this state. It's amazing to me that our version of progress is to make something smaller, not bigger. I mean, it's just incredible, and that's just my interpretation of it. But I'd like to see the stadium such that they build the whole thing over if possible, and let's have 50,000 seats as capacity. That's what I would do. But instead, we're losing 2,400 seats. So our version of progress, from my perspective, is to make things smaller, not bigger.
Yeah,
it's so New Mexico. It's incredible.
No, Jeffrey, appreciate you. So, JJ, let me jump in on this, because the way I understood it is if you're going to be able to widen those concourses from 9 to 20 feet, which is what I read, you're going to have to lose some seats, right? You're just going to have to. And to his point, if you're not going to rebuild a whole new stadium, which would that be the answer? Let me give you another idea, though. The trend for stadiums across the country. Now, you can argue back and forth whether or not you should fit into this trend, is to go smaller, right? Both San Diego State and Colorado State both built brand new on campus. Well, yeah, I guess San Diego State would be on campus. They took over that anyway. But both built brand new stadiums. They're both in the area of 32,000 capacity, correct?
Yes.
In much larger metropolitan areas, if you consider, San Diego certainly is, and if you consider Fort Collins to be part of the Denver metropolitan area, some the trend in even baseball stadiums, Major League Baseball stadiums that are being built. The new one that's being built in Vegas is smaller. The realization is more people are watching on television. The crowds have just been getting smaller. I'm not sure that it bothers me if you're going to go from 37 to 34. Is that what the plan is, or something along those lines?
Yeah, I'm not on board with that. So I'm thinking small. A 50,000 seat stadium would end up being just an awful thing for UNM because that one season they're like, oh, I have 3 wins, and then everyone's off the bandwagon. And to me, that's not thinking big. You're thinking, all right, we're losing some seats, but you're upgrading amenities across the board.
And I think that's what's got to be really important, and to do so within the existing infrastructure that you have. I believe that's why the plans are what they are. Jeffrey, it's a fair concern, but I think the architects, and again, I'd like Brian Behrman's going to be in studio tomorrow from 8 until 8:45, and so we'll go over some of this stuff with him. And I know he's been in on this. He's the interim athletic director at the University of New Mexico, so we'll talk to him about this. So be with us tomorrow. Ryan's going to be with us in studio at 8 o'clock. But Jeffrey, I would push back a little bit that I don't think it's thinking small either. You fill that thing twice since 2006. Yeah. Now, is that going to be the trend? I'd like to believe it is going forward. But you got to be able to get those people in and out. You got to make it comfortable and enjoyable, more so than be able to stuff another 2,500 in there. I'd like them to be able to go find a bathroom they can.
Yeah, and if you look at the overall plan, where they are thinking about
extending that south end.
Extending the south end, I'm sure
that's where more capacity will come.
I bet, in the end, for just Joe Fan X out there, it doesn't help you, but I'm sure premium seating will go up. I would assume.
You need premium
with
seating.
the south end zone and a brand new press box.
You need premium.
You'll get some seating back there.
Yeah, no, you will.
It just won't be the concrete seating, and also
but it will be on that south side. If they end up doing the wraparound on the south side, then there'll be more seats.
It's possible you could absolutely add some more seats to that, and then also they are thinking big picture in this. Like if you open up the plans, and you look at the stadium of the future idea, they are talking about, hey, hosting soccer matches. Mm-hmm. Hey, putting a concert in here. What would that setup look like? So this isn't just, we're taking away things for football fans. No, you're giving fans a different experience, hopefully that's more enjoyable, that is higher class for everyone in that stadium, not just someone that buys a ticket for premium seating, and then potentially opening up the venue at times that it hasn't been able to be used.
All right, you can continue this. We're late for this break. 505-246-0610. Look, it's a fair concern. It's not a huge, to me, I don't view that as thinking smaller or going backwards, because I've identified what the trends are. I know what's going on around the country, the way people are looking at how they're building, redoing facilities, venues, and a big part of it is not necessarily just going bigger. In fact, it's going the other way. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Time.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Seahawks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-768.
Bronco fan, Ram fan, you just got to deal with it today. It's kind of a weird. So JJ and I were in the control booth during one of the breaks, and I'm not going to say who, but one of the young ladies who works around here. Hey, so you guys happy about the Super Bowl? Well, I might have said something that wasn't HR acceptable. It's like, oh, I forgot. Oh, JJ, you're a Broncos fan. I'm supposed to. Oh, and Jeff, you're a Rams. Oh, I'm so. And then she kept going. I'm like, you should stop.
Look, we're good. We get it.
I did say that, right? All right, so what else we got? Mud says, don't make it smaller, make it bigger. Build it and they will come. I agree with 50,000 seats. All right. Matthew says, if possible, when renovating the football stadium, maybe play across the street at Isotopes Park for a year. Football and baseball stadiums works. That's been discussed, and it's possible. Locker rooms are an issue, but obviously it's doable. I've talked to the people who run the Fenway Bowl and the game at Yankee Stadium. I mean, it's imperfect. The baseball locker room is not typically, especially the way it is right now at Isotopes Park, made for football teams. But I mean, is it possible? Yeah, you'd have to like the scheduling with that to be the third tenant in there. You'd be the third tenant, right?
Yes.
Right. At least for now. I mean, last I heard, they haven't broken ground out.
Isotopes were like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah. Hey, Matthew, stop it. Shh. Right. That's what they're saying over there. I know. All right. What else you got? Gopher doesn't want to spend any more money in there. I got that. I think I got most of your Lobo, Hobo, and Gopher are the same person, right? I thought I read the Gopher one, but it says we don't need to spend the next 20 years, Jeffy, doing University Stadium in 5 phases to bring it up to 1980s standards. Instead of a new Target, out in Chicken, and hotel, maybe we can use some of the land in that area for a new venue. So he wants to move wreck this place, move it somewhere else. Look, here's why that area works. And I don't want to move it down the street. I got what I feel to be adequate or damn near close to adequate parking right there. I got 3 venues right there, right? They all share the parking. And that's part of it. So now you're going to move it down the street, and where you parking? You don't want a new In-N-Out Burger, and you don't want a new Target and a hotel. That's fine. But we'll talk with Ryan tomorrow. I think you'll enjoy the conversation. The interim athletic director for UNM, Ryan Berryman, will be in here tomorrow, and we'll have a conversation with him about a bunch of things. Looking forward to talking to him about the gig, him taking over, the success that they've had so far, where they go, what he's doing, the stadium. I might have to wear a suit and tie tomorrow. I think tomorrow's my day at the legislature. You want to go with me?
Very busy.
Yeah, hardly. You want to go with me? It's such a great time. I mean, all right, what do I get tonight? I just get some hoops tonight, right? I get there's usually good college basketball for me tonight.
Arizona at BYU.
Hell yes.
You can listen to that game right here on The Sports Animal.
We'll have that game for you. Will we? Really? How come it's not on my sheet?
It's probably next week.
What?
Are you looking at next week's sheet? Next week,
No,
Kansas, Texas Tech.
I'm looking at today. I just don't see it. That's right. I'll get a new sheet. Thanks to Eric Olin. He was with us today. New Mexico's men's basketball coach. Lobos and UNLV tomorrow night. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas will come in at 4. You get BYU in Arizona after that. And we're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. Adrian always looks great on the TV side. He is J.J. Buck. I merely Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Hey, be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We shall smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros